Boom Supersonic is committed to building the first commercial supersonic plane since the Concorde. Can you tell, and you're breaking ground in North Carolina on your factory, can you tell us a little bit about how this dream was born and how you got
Mhm.
into aerospace innovation?
Yeah. Well, I had a first career in tech. I went to school for computer science and I went to Amazon when my family thought it was a bookstore. I couldn't understand why I wanted to work at a bookstore. But I was, kind of lucky to grow up in a world where in tech, everything was getting faster and better. But I loved airplanes since I was a kid, and I started taking flying lessons when I was in college. And in my mid 20s, I set a lifetime goal of flying supersonic, and I put a Google alert on supersonic jet. And I was just waiting to be the first one to find out when I could buy a ticket. But there was just no credible plan to pick up where Concorde had left off. And I felt like we were sort of watching the slow motion death of innovation in aviation. Of course, we'd made huge progress. Kind of in the first 65 years of flight, going from the Wright brothers to the moon landing, and in the last 65 years, we've done nothing. We built Concorde, but we never took it mainstream. It didn't change how any but a tiny number of people actually experienced the planet. And then we shut it down and we went backwards. And so a little over 10 years ago, I had sold my first startup to Groupon, and I was starting to think about what I wanted to do next. And after working on internet coupons, I wanted to work on something that I loved that would really matter to the world. And so I thought, okay, well, I got to look at this supersonic flight thing, and I want to understand for myself why no one's doing it. And I thought I would get 2 weeks into the research and conclude it was a bad idea or impractical in some ways. But instead, what I found was this was a domain that had just gotten like no attention from entrepreneurs in a very long time, and that all of the conventional wisdom of why you couldn't do a supersonic airliner was just wrong. And in fact, that all the technology was there, all the regulations were there. It just needed somebody to put together a team and go do it.